Hi guys, it's me, Carla, and I haven't seen you in almost 2 months. I would love to say that that's like a longer than normal time frame, but let's be honest, I average about 6 to 8 weeks between filming, I think. If I get one a month, whew, I'm on fire. But that has not been my life the past few weeks. So here I am today. You're going to be seeing this on Monday, April 26th, but today for me is Sunday, April 25th, and this is my 26th, right? I'm going to check. Looks right, my 26th Flosstube. I have to sneeze, so if you see a cut here in a second, it's because my allergies got the best of me. Hello, I've missed y'all. I have been super busy in the since I've seen you last, but I have just not had the hit points to film. It is definitely part laziness because it takes some stuff. It takes some energy to get all this shenanigans ready to go. But it's also just been, we have been super busy between the kids' school and me starting or getting used to my new job. I don't remember when the last time I filmed was. One moment. So keep all this shit. Oh, I hadn't even started my new job yet. But yes, your girl has a grown-up job that is not as fun as the bookstore, which was great until it wasn't great. But it is, it's a grown-up job and it pays the bills. And by bills, I mean it lets me roll around in a big tub of fabric and floss like Scrooge McDuck does in his money bin. So, and honestly, isn't that all kind of what we all do? We make the money to continue our habit, which, for most of us is some sort of fancy floss and fabric deal and patterns, and that's where I'm at. So I did that. I got a big person job and I got a baby. If you have seen my Instagram at all, you have noticed the influx of puppy photos of this adorable fellow. This is Colonel Cornelius Pudge. He goes by 1,000 names already. He is sitting at my feet. I have bribed him with a treat that is keeping his little puppy teeth very busy. But he's Corny, Cornholio, Colonel Pudge, Cornelius, if he's in trouble, which happens a lot. He is a Welsh Pembroke Corgi, Fluffy. He is a very fluffy guy. He has just the longer, thicker hair. Not thicker. I don't know what exactly makes him fluffy, but it makes him fucking adorable. And look at his little bat ears. And the one is still, and it makes me very happy. He is my dream. I have wanted a corgi probably since I was like 10. And I found out about the breed because I love their little stumpy legs. I love that their body's this big and their legs are this big. And I think it's adorable. And he has a fantastic personality that is very demanding. He wants what he wants immediately, and he can get very vocal about it. But then he's also so chill. He's perfect for us. He is an absolute dream. And I've loved every second of having him. I might include some photos here, maybe a little bit of video of what goes on with him in the meantime, because I'm obsessed. He has completely overtaken our lives in every fantastic way possible. He got his first grooming on Friday, and he smells so good. And yeah, he's awesome and adorable. And definitely my favorite child right now. I say that to my kids, the actual two-legged kids, and they get kind of jealous. But I'm like, hey, too bad. You had a spot in time when you were this adorable, and right now you just smell and eat me out of house and home, and you backtalk, but you're not as cute. So That's the kind of mom I am, in case anyone had any questions. I was all ready to film this yesterday on Saturday. I got up, I had great energy, my hit points were full, it was ready, time to go. And I get up and I got all of my stacks ready, because you know there's stacks of stuff that you have to prepare for a floss tubing. And I got my camera, what the hell is this called? Tripod. And then I went to grab my iPad, and I heard a little voice in the back of my head like, ooh, about that iPad, about that. And yep, when I picked it up, it was deado, like hardcore, no battery, not happening at all. So plugged it in and knew that it wasn't going to happen for a while. So, and then the hubby and I had date night last night anyways, so I knew it was going to happen today. And of course, just like how life is when you're kind of like not dreading something, but expecting something to happen, your whole mindset changes about it. At least that's the way my world flows. So when I woke up today, I was very bleh, just because that's who I am as a person. But thanks to you lovely people who reached out to me on Instagram and were just like, hey, you idiot, just go do it. You know who you are, and I love you bunches. You said exactly what I needed to hear, because that's pretty much, you know me, especially you, Becca. You were like, I feel you, but we got to do it, was basically what you said. And I was like, yep, that's it. That's it. So yeah, here I am, and now let's talk about what we're all here for, which is the cross stitching. To start out, if you have not checked out Athena, she is on Instagram. She is, I think, just Athena X Stitches or Athena Stitches. I'll drop her actual Instagram name down below. But on Flosstube, she is Stitching Goddess Designs. Athena Goddess, get it? She is an absolute delight. I've adored her from afar for a long, long time. We've been, friends and talked on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. But if you have seen her last few videos, she talked about how she went to Omaha, Nebraska to Reflections cross-stitching. It's Reflections, framing, and stitching? And it's Reflections. Everyone knows it if you know anything about stitching in the Nebraska area. She went there with Katie and Laura from the BlackNeedle Society, which we all know and love and are obsessed with. And they were like, hey, so I know it's not far from you, come meet us. And I said, fuck yes, I'll be there. So Mama Roladex and I loaded up in the Mini Cooper, and we drove 2 hours and met them at Reflections. And we got exactly 0 photos, because that's just what we do. We were too excited, basically. And I got to meet all 3 of them, and they were absolutely delightful. And it was just awesome. We had a great 2-hour block where Reflections was just open to us, because she's still on appointment only, as she should be, because hello, pandemic. So it was awesome. Like getting into that store. Like I love going to cross-stitch shops anyways, getting to be with my people, show my mom her very first cross-stitch store, and then also just to be in the awesomeness was top shelf, grade A, wonderful. I bought a lot. I bought a lot of fabric, a lot of fancy floss, several patterns, including this one, which is, it's called Cherry Blossom by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Does that sound right? That sounds right. I've been looking for a good, representation of our Japan journey, and look at how adorable that is. Oh yes, loved it. And it was on sale. So picked that up, along with a plethora of other things. But you know what I didn't pick up when I was there, which was number 1 on my list when I went, was to kit up the Frogwarts Year 1 pattern. And guess what never even came to mind the entire time I was there? Frogwarts Year 1 kit. So I thankfully remembered, a couple days later, because that happens. And I reached out to Julie, the wonderful owner and proprietor of Reflections, was like, hey, so I was just there and I'm an idiot and I forgot to pick these things up. Could you curate this list for me and send it to me? and she was wonderful, and she did, and I got it super fast. So if you guys need anything, reach out to Julie. She also has a Flosstube. I will link her as well, but absolutely wonderful to work with, a delight. So check her out. I'm sure you guys know her, but you know, if you don't, go check out her shop. If you're in the area, make an appointment, or just if you need to order some stuff. Support local, and by local, we mean any of our cross-stitching shops. That was Reflections. What else did I do? I'm going to keep referring to my notes over here because unlike the day that I went to Reflections, I actually wrote stuff down of stuff I needed to do. So, but that was awesome. I loved it. I have had several finishes since the last we talked, and I'm going to show some of them. Oh, first, a little bit of housekeeping. I picked a winner for my giveaway from last time, and I've already contacted her. She got back to me. I shipped it on to Canada, and she has it. So it's wonderful. Thank you all for entering. It was absolutely amazing seeing just everyone talking and reaching out. It was very, very cool. Thank you all again to everyone who has bought me a coffee, which is Buy Me a Fancy Floss on my side. I'll either put it here or down below. It's everyone who is kind of just saying, hey, thanks for being your wacky weirdo self. And I've gotten so many messages about people, how, you know, like that they feel less alone when I talk to them, which is absolutely heartwarming. I never really think about myself in that manner, because I know when I watch certain people on Flosstube, or you know, get to talk to my people on Instagram or anything, I feel that connection and that sense of, okay, you know, this is my tribe, this is the ones that get me. And I've had a lot of people reach out and say the same thing about me lately, and it just warms my heart. And I hope if I can ever help anyone, but also just brighten anyone's day, I hope I have been able to do that for at least a couple of you guys, because the majority of you do it for me every single day. So keep reaching your hand out to whomever, you know, you can, pretty much. Keep being awesome is what I feel about it. And thank you so much for telling me about that I've helped in some way, or that I've you know, perked up your day. So thank you for buying me a fancy floss, and I really, really appreciate it. I don't get mushy or gushy, but because I get awkward and then my tongue gets all tied. But thanks, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Like several, I showed up some of the I made a post about some fancy floss that I held up and that I got from Reflections, and I was like, look, this is from you guys, and thank you. So you rock. Keep being awesome. Now to finishes that I wanted to show you. So this amazing beauty that I'm pulling up first is from the wondrous Catherine at Paper Crane. I finished my Rose Apothecary. Looky. Look at that, y'all. Look at those French knots. Oh, is it gonna zoom? Oh. Anyways, you see them. Look, I had never done one before, and now I did all these, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a total badass. The day I did these, I literally felt like I could walk on water. I was like, holy shit, I cannot believe that worked out as well as it did. I did these cool wagon wheel stitches up here for the rose, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I think I want to figure out a way to put like Simply the Best right here, because I saw someone else do that on Instagram. Not my idea. Definitely would be janking it from someone, but I think it would look perfect right there. So I need to figure out a way to chart that out, I guess, in some pretty fancy font or something, and backstitch it there, because that would just make it look perfect. And then I think I want a hoop finish for this one. Maybe. I'll let my finisher, Mama Roladex, do that. But, yeah. Run to Catherine's Etsy shop. And this is just the tip of her amazingness iceberg. Look at those bricks. Ugh, I can genuinely say that this was a joy to stitch. It, I mean, I love stitching anyways, don't we all, you know? But sometimes some of it just kind of feels like a slog. You're like, ugh, all right, let's just do this. With this one, I genuinely loved, even, you know, excuse me, even though, you know, the large, not large, but the blocks of color, like all of the gray here and the black and then all the white underneath that back stitching. And then the individuality of all of these bricks, it was beautiful. And I treasure this piece. I treasure it. He's awesome. Catherine, mwah, you're awesome and amazing, and I love you bunches, girl. And keep being the absolute badass that you are, because shit like that doesn't come from nothing. You the shit, girl. You the shit. The next one is a little bit more of my typical style that I think you all will appreciate. Let me get all the corny hairs off here, because having a corgi, as as several of you know, looking at you and BeStitcher, they know that their hairs encapsulate everything. This is it. I should have put a spoiler warning. Pearl clutchers, look away, but look. Look around and find out, bitches. This is our family motto. Should I just pull it back here? Time out. This is our family motto, really. This is what I say this to my children several times a day. And not in like always a bad way, like, you better fuck around and find out. It's like, yeah, see what happens. Shit. See what, you know, because they are always creating, they're always doing something wackadoo. Rowan is very into resin right now. She got a resin kit for Christmas from her grandfather. And I didn't know this, but apparently it has to be a certain, like, you know, warm temperatures for it to cure properly. At least that's what I think I found out. That's definitely what I've been telling her. So, so we've waited till it's a bit warmer here, and she has been, like, stoked. I'm gonna lean over real quick and show you the one thing that I have right next to me. She has been making coasters left and right. Oh god, it's a lot of sparkle, but it's awesome. Look at that. So we have coasters coming out of our ears, but my girl knows I love some sparkle, so she did my favorite color and butt tons of glitter. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm just gonna put that there before I throw it. But yeah, absolutely. She's loving it, and that's what I say. She's like, so what do you think if I put these like flowers in my resin? And I'm like, fuck around and find out, see how it goes. And she's like, so what if I took a Lego miniature, a Lego man, and like poured it over? I'm like, well, don't let your brother know, because that's not yours, and B, fuck around and find out. And she does. We fuck around and find out all the time, and it's wonderful. So I cannot wait for this to be also a hoop finish, because that's calling for a hoop finish. And yeah, that's what it is. I don't remember the name of this cross stitch Etsy shop at all, but I will definitely put that down below, hopefully with a link of something to this pattern. I modified it a lot. Definitely changed all the colors, but also I was running low on a couple of them, and so I think I took out a couple of the actual flowers because I felt they were superfluous. But yeah, love this also. That is on just some regular gray Ada that I have. Let's see, next up that I have for a finish, I'm trying to think if there's any other. This is from Heartstring Samplery, and this is called Next Door, and it says, I wish you lived next door. Oop. I can get it right there. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Oh, I'm stitching this one again because this one is for a friend, and then I want us to have matching ones, probably not matching ones. Like, I'll probably change all the colors, because this was just kind of similar color palette to what it's called for. I will probably change it up even more, because that's who I am as a person. But I want to I'm going to see if Mama Roladex will break out her new sewing machine that I got her for Christmas that's still in the box, and hopefully she'll put this into a little pillow finish for me. We'll see. But how pretty is that? Look at the variegation up in the petals of this one. I love it. Very, very pretty. And this wackadoo bird, love him. I think he's a dodo, but who knows? So yeah, what else do I have for finishes? I think that's all that I have for finished pieces, but I have started a whole lot more too. The Fuck Around and Find Out and the Live Next Door were starts and finishes since I've seen you last. Rose Apothecary has been going for a minute. I think I got it soon after Catherine released it. I know I was still in Japan, but it's beautiful. I love it. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, so I don't think I've shown you guys. I don't know if I have, but I jumped on the Modern Folk Embroidery Fruit of Plenty Sal 2021. Let me see if I can flow this out here. Oof, look at that. That is how far I've gotten. So I am not done with April, even though it is the end of April, but I'm okay with it. Oof, I love this pattern, this fabric. This is Scream Inside Your Heart, I think. It's by Mystic Fabric. She is a beautiful dyeing genius. I love her fabrics a lot. Look at that. I'd just stare at this one a lot throughout the day because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that one, let's see, it's April 25th, I think I said. So yeah, just a few more days and May's will come out. Boom. Let's see, something else that I finished while, I believe I showed you the actual stitching, but I sent this on to Shelley at StenoStitches. Hey! And this is her pattern, This Is the Way. So we got the child, baby Grogu, and Mandalorian over here. So I actually stitched this piece, and she said, hey, if you send this to me, I'll turn it into a gift bag or a project bag for you. And I was like, yes, please, thank you. Holy crap. And look what she did. It says, this is my good side. Look how beautiful this is. And then the inside fabric is the adorable, is that one. Ah! It makes me so happy and I love it so much. It is beautifully stitched. The corners on here, just everything, the seams. Yeah, and she has an awesome tag. I will again link, there we go. I will link them down below. StenoStitches, they are on Etsy, and they have a lot of really, really good patterns. The one that they just came out with was this one. Oh, I cross stitch and I know things. That is going to be a Sal. That will be starting, I believe, May 1st, if you want to join us. We haven't picked out a hashtag or anything yet, but I'll bat that around. Look, pay attention to my Instagram, and I will let you know what the actual hashtag will be for that one. But how awesome is that? Run to her Etsy shop. Amazeballs. Amazeballs. All right. Next one that I started is one that I have wanted to start for so long, and please don't pay any attention to how I have this janktified on this Q-snap, but this is the way I did it. This is my very first BarbaraAnna. This is not the first one I bought by any means, and it's definitely not the last one I have purchased. This one was actually a freebie, but I had purchased several before that, and I've purchased several still, but this is the first one I've ever actually started. I don't know why it's taken me so long, but this is going to be, I'll put it right here, Light by BarbaraAnna. Look at that fox. I started this shortly after we got Cornelius, just because he looks like a baby fox. I call him my baby Tanuki, which is Japanese for a fox, raccoon dog. And not that raccoon and foxes are the same, but for some reason, the coloring of that reminds, I don't know, baby Tanuki, fox, raccoon. I had an idea when I started that sentence, but somehow I lost it. Welcome to my brain, y'all. Anyways, this fabric, what is this fabric? Hold, please. Light. Oh, also by Mystic. I call this one Lilac Slush. I don't like it when my fabrics don't have names. It's okay if the dyer doesn't want to name the fabric, but I don't like having it in my stash. Easy, big butt. He just walked by and kicked my tripod. And by kick, I mean he walked by and his big old booty knocked it. So he's moving, his chewing. Anyways, I don't like it when my fabric doesn't have a name in my stash. So once the fabric comes to me, and if it doesn't have a name, I make up a name for it. I call this one Lilac Slush by Mystic Fabrics. And it's perfect. Gorgeous. And that beautiful fox is going to go on there, and she's going to be beautiful. BarbaraAnna. What else do I have? That's another start that I've had. So this one, I have this lovely piece of silk trailing here. This one is another paper crane. So I restarted this one. We talked about it last time. I had it on a really pretty piece of brown fabric that Diana, It Is Kismet, dyed and sent to me, and it's beautiful, but it was just something was off with it. I don't think I liked the purple with it, so I did it the same Razzleberry, I believe is the name of this floss. Razzleberry by, I no longer remember. Hold, please, keep looking at the pretty, and I'll tell you. Look around and find out. It's by Thread Gatherers. And so I restarted it on this 28 count, I'm going to say it's Lugana, probably. And I did it 2 over 1, because I'm a heathen and I like the way that I can't handle, it probably would have been fine with 1 over 1, but with just 1 thread of floss over 1 square. But either way, I did it teeny tiny on this with 2 strands. And it's a little bulky, but shit, so am I. What do you think? I love it. And that's where I think I'm going to leave it at, is forever would never be enough. I think that's what it says. My brain's tired. And then I have to do the border, obviously. But yeah, very, very pretty. I think I want to do this into a little pillow too. Everything is a pillow. You get a pillow, and you get a pillow. Everyone gets pillows. Do you remember that Oprah meme that was out? Everybody gets humpback whales. Oh, to live in my head. Okay. One other whip that I've been working on is the Made to Create Sal. And Sally from Caterpillar Cross Stitch just released the next one, and it's the, let's see if I can hold this and make it happen. It's going to be the C, but it looks like a paint palette, and it looks very pretty. It just released this morning. And I am caught up on, well, I was caught up till this morning. But, you know, it'll be alright. If you can hear chewing, that's Cornholio over there. Chewing on his bribe. Very, very pretty. I liked stitching that, the whatchamacallit that was in there. The measuring tape. I don't know why I liked it. I just thought it was cool. I was like, oh, there's that. It was tedious. Not tedious. Scary, because I kept messing up, but it's alright. Alright, my last whip that I have worked on over the past few weeks, and that I actually just started a few days ago, the 19th of April, is something that I've been wanting to start, but just hadn't for some reason. And it is Frogwarts Year 1 from the BlackNeedle Society. I love this band here at the bottom. I got a really good picture of it on Instagram, but if I can get the light to show up here, I'll be really excited as well. It looks just like the first edition American covers. This banding was on there, and I adore it. I'm doing majority of the called for fancy flosses. There are a couple that are the flosses that are really hard to find right now that we've subbed out. Just try to make something else work. So yeah, number one is obviously the number one. Year 1 retreat happened last summer. Year 2 is gonna start here in July. I think it's July, and I'm stoked, obviously, and I can't wait to start number 2. I'm gonna order the kit soonish. The ladies of BlackNeedle Society, Katie and Laura, and then Athena is their customer service guru. They have said that one of the places that's near to them, I think Cecilia's, has all of, well, the majority of the flosses, and they also have a lot of the fabric that's called for. So I'm stoked to get that one as well. I am not worried about finishing one before I start the other, or start number 2, because that's just not how I roll. I'm okay with working on both, but I would like to finish number 1 before the second retreat starts. Do I think it's gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. I got this really awesome project bag from Punky. It's Punky's Pearls. Yeah, I'll write that down below. She's on Instagram and she has an Etsy shop. And look at this. I really like all the little details. This is really cool, like lace trim. I'm gonna call it trim on here. And then the back is is the trio and Stupid Draco. And then she's got her cool little thing there. So let's see if I can zoom in on that without it being dumb. Punky's Place, like that. And it is www.punkypearls, PURLS.etsy.com. Will take you to her Etsy shop. So, yay! That's it. That's all that I have for whips and finishes and new starts. I want to start that the cherry blossom from, it's not new, it's been out for several years, but the frosted pumpkin stitchery, I really like that cherry blossom ones, and I think I want to put it on some sort of blue fabric. I'm part of Fiberlicious's fabric of the month, and their latest one is Rocking Robin. That's really pretty. I also signed up and am part of Jody's Awesome Fabric of the Month Club, and she has a really good blue that might work as well. I know I have several down in there. Before I leave, I wanted to talk to you about my fabric stash. So I'm gonna break it up. So this is how my stash looked prior to an organization that I took on a couple weeks ago. It was a mess. That doesn't even convey like how bad it was. That's in the bottom of my chest, my awesome, beautiful cedar chest that I got from my Osage trip to Stitchery Nook. It is a cedar chest, a cedar stitching chest, and it's beautiful, handcrafted gorgeousness. That's about, I'm gonna say that's probably 3 layers deep. That photo is. It was bad. Like, I couldn't find anything, and I liked having them rolled up because I heard that you weren't supposed to have creases or something on your fabric. They could like hold it. They could hold the crease, but my organizer's heart like sobbed every time I looked at the bottom of that chest. So I couldn't handle that. And then my girl Erin over at Steel City Stitchers, she put up this awesome how-to video on how to organize your fabric stash. I will also drop that link down below. And I was like, fuck yes, please sign me up for that. And I ordered what I needed, which was some comic book boards. I just got them from Amazon. Some pins, like stick pins. She uses T-pins, which are fine. Those can work. But also just any sort of like straight pin that you have. I would recommend not having one that has like a plastic ball on the end, because I just feel like that, I don't know, I feel like it'll hold the fabric different, it might poof it out more. So just a thin, little straight pin, you fold over the fabric, and then you write on the side of the board, all the information about the fabric, the size, like the count of it, if it's Aida or even weave, who's it by, the name of it, which if mine didn't have a name, I gave it a name because that's what I do. And then the dimensions of the actual piece of fabric that you have. This is what mine looks like now. Hallelujah. Look at that beautiful piece of organized beautifulness. Beauty, beauty, beauty. I love it. It makes me real happy. So, and of course, since I was down in there rolling around in my fabric stash, I was like, hey, I need some more, and I ordered a lot more. And next time you talk to me, or I talk to you, you will see more fabric in that chest. I can't help it. It's what I do. It's what we all do, isn't it? So yeah, y'all, I keep leaning forward. I'm just getting closer and closer, and I don't know why. My butt hurts, so not like my butt, but my back. Next week, I get my second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, and then I will be officially a part of House Pfizer. Dan got his on Friday? Yeah, Friday. His second dose, and he was okay. He feels okay. He said a little bit of pain in the injection site again. He said his body hurts a little bit more than the first dose. He said just a little bit of body aches as his joints are feeling a little achy. But other than that, he's kicking butt on it. This is day 3. Well, day 2, I guess. I don't know. But he's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna get it Tuesday. I took my mom for her first dose today too. So yeah, we are all trucking along. All of us here in House Gentis that can get the vaccine have got it. The 2 littles, my littles are still too little. That's not advised for anyone under 16 yet. Hopefully before school starts next year, that would be great to have that, but I'm not in charge. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope if you're not doing well, I hope you're just keep on keeping on, because we all need you here. We all love you, even if you feel like it doesn't. Your anxiety is a liar. Your depression is a liar. And if you need to hear that again, message me and I'll say it. I'll send it in a voice clip if you need to. Your anxiety is a liar. Your depression is a liar. You are loved and you are needed. Flat out. So, love you guys. Keep rocking out. And I will see you again next time. Probably in 6 weeks. Love you. Be awesome.